All right, let's bring Juls back in here. Juls, you got an article right now on the website on Zinedine Zidane's managerial future. It sounds like he's content to be out of the club game for a while and wait for the French national team job to open up. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. That's the idea very much. He knows that he's the next in line because he's the outstanding candidate once Deschamps steps down or leaves his position. It could have happened this summer if Deschamps didn't want to continue, or if the French Federation had decided for him not to continue. In the end, he will go up to the Qatar World Cup in November and December 2022. And after that, his contract comes to an end. He might extend it to 2024 and the Euros in Germany, or he might not. And I think Zidane is definitely waiting to see what happens after the Qatar World Cup. But that's his ambition, that's his priorities to take over Deschamps. He's been ready for that job for a long time now. He doesn't want to take any other club jobs, for example. He's had loads of offers already this summer from pretty much everywhere in Europe. But what he wants is the national team. He might just have 15 months to wait, maybe a little bit longer. And then if it's a bit longer, if he has to wait until 2024, maybe that might change a little bit his idea. But certainly if he only has, if we can put it that way, to wait until December 2022, I think he's ready to do that. And then, like we said, he will take over Deschamps and take charge of the national team.
Boy, wait until 2024. That could be 3 years. Stevie, as a manager, is that too long to sit out?
Absolutely not.
No?
No. No, listen, 90% of football is basics. The grass is always going to be green. The posts are always going to be white. 90% of the game's the same. Yes, certain things change. Certain things move along. But the basics are the same. And so in 3 years' time, when he's ready, when it's a job that he wants, then I would have no problem with him stepping in.
What about the dynamic with Deschamps, right? So now Zidane's sitting there, effectively waiting to take the job. Doesn't this put more pressure on Deschamps?
I don't think so, because I think Deschamps knows that at some point, someday he will have to go, and he's been on a long term already.
It's different when Zidane's the guy waiting over your shoulder, right?
I think it was. Well,
and they're coming off going out in the round of 16.
You could have easily anticipated the fact that after Deschamps, it would have been Zinedine Zidane.
Sure, but now there's more urgency.
Yeah, but he's going to go for it. It could have been done today. It's going to be done maybe after the World Cup and maybe after the next Euro in 2024. But we all know that, for me, and there is not a bit of criticism towards Zidane. I think Zidane didn't know what to do in his life, after his career. Embraced the role of a coach at the academy in Real Madrid. Now, I think he never thought that he would go to the first team. I think he never thought that he would be so successful. But I think he didn't want to leave Real Madrid, and he didn't want to go for any other club. Maybe except Juventus, but they're very happy there with their family. And the only thing who can maybe interest him is the national team. Otherwise, I'm not at all surprised that he's refusing any other club in Europe. He doesn't want to move from Madrid. He really went into it, I wouldn't say randomly, but because he was bored. When he came back the second time, because he didn't know what to do. And it's not a criticism. Again, it's only fair. And he has the right to do whatever he wants. But I think we all know that the next step will be the national team. And after the national team, I'm ready to bet that, except if Juventus come over, you won't see Zinedine Zidane as a coach. No, because it's not a goal for him. He won everything on top of it as a coach. And he was very successful and fortunate. But it's not an ambition for him.
Right. A 3-year hiatus seems like a long time, but it's Zidane.
Yeah, I have absolutely no problem with that either. If you're Zinedine Zidane, that's the job you want. I think he ultimately will command respect from whoever's in that dressing room, whoever's in charge of French football. So you sit and you wait, if that's the job that you want. Keeping in mind as well that managing a national team is a totally different dynamic from managing a club team where you have so much more time at home, so much more time to yourself. It works for Zidane if that's what ultimately his goal. For Deschamps, I don't see that as being much of an issue either. We are talking about a World Cup winner who fell one short in winning the Euros in 2016. We'll see what happens in 2022. And as disappointing as this Euros was, they were 3-1 up with minutes to go and managed to throw that away. you also only have to look to Germany and Jurgen Löw to see what happens when you overstay your welcome and how damaging that can be to your legacy. I think all that plays into the hands of Deschamps. Whatever comes of 2022, walking away at that point.
There's three types of managers. There's your classic way out on the left-hand side, Mourinho, who completely egotistical, has to be in the spotlight, or else he just can't survive. And then you've got people like Rafa Benitez who just live football. They have to be working. They have to be thinking about it 24/7. And then you've got your Zidane, who's like, if it's something I like, then I'll take it. And if I'm not keen, then I won't bother. But you know what? That's okay, because I've still got a life.
Right.
There's your three. And Zidane, no question, is over here. And you got your Mourinho, who's way over there somewhere, looking for another lamp to stand under and get the spotlight on him.
Jules, back to Deschamps. Back to Deschamps for a moment. Obviously, it seems like this French dressing room kind of has some wounds to heal. Is he the guy to fix it?
I think so. Certainly he acknowledged that maybe he took a step back too much and that he let that dressing room almost run itself, which I think was a mistake, and I think he recognized that too. And he had to take more control again like he did in 2018, but didn't do so much this time around. So I think that will be rectified. He and the head of the French FA, Noël Le Graët, have identified what went wrong during this tournament. And Deschamps certainly believes and has told his president that he knows how to fix it, that he's got the same energy, the same desire to do well, which we were not sure what kind of motivation he had going into the next project now, which is the 2022 World Cup. But he says that it's the same determination, same ambition to go and win that World Cup too. He knows he's got an amazing squad still, probably even better in 2 years or 16-month time. So he's ready for it. And then we'll see if he knows exactly how to fix the problems that we saw in these Euros.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.